carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the line of
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw Mariota. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. from the shotgun. It's Mariota. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
7-yard line.
Being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of
it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they contemplate what to do on 4th and goal. They run forward, Breida, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Kaepernick. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Out to the left and complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
On the tackle.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Kaepernick wants to throw on third and 1. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Packers.
On first down, Drake. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Drake, the ball carrier.
The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Kaepernick's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
We're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota eluding the pressure right. From across his body, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Viking first rounder, Trey Waynes. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
McManus's point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. Left on the clock. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. Down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Drake. And we'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Jet sweep. Here comes Fuller. Spinning away. Oh, and now some space to operate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but Boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
Rolling to his right. Looking here for Smith downfield. Popped in the air, and it's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Kaepernick going to throw. Flush to his right. And Cooks has it over the middle. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
At the Vikings' 4-yard line.
Williams will try again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Henry. 22 yards there, a first down.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
First down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's caught by Gronkowski. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And he just checked that one out of bounds out of everyone's reach. The advice call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Flushed out right. As he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Drake. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Packers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.